Ladies and gentlemen, HEX community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's HEX Update Saturday. And unfortunately, it's the 6th of April this week instead of the 5th, since everybody knows yesterday was Easter. Hopefully everybody has Easter if you celebrate Easter. Hopefully it was a good one for you, which was the reason why there wasn't a video on Saturday and yesterday and all that good stuff. So that's why we're making it today. So what has happened this past week? Well, let's take a look. Let's see what actually has happened. Not a whole lot. We had some patch notes. There was a small patch here on the 1st of April, and just to fix a few things, fix an issue with some round timers, the buy tab for the auction house that indicates if you are the high bidder. You can now tab between minimum bid and buyout in the auction house, and opening primal packs now displays correctly. That's a big bonus right there, because I always thought it was kind of annoying how the primal packs, or the new primal packs when you're doing a Shattered Destiny one, opened not like the Shards of Fate primal pack. So I'm super excited about that one. Let's see what else. We have a HEX update confessionals, and this is basically talking about how they accidentally ordered all the AA art for the standard art for set 3, and so I don't know if this is real or not, since it happened on April 1st. I want to say that it was an April Fool's joke, which I'm guessing it probably was, but you know, since this little drawing right here is really odd, so I'm guessing that was just an April Fool's joke, trying to be funny, haha, on their part, which was kind of funny at first, because I read it, I'm like, oh my god, how the hell do you do that? But then I saw the art cards here, and I'm like, obviously they're just kidding about that, ha ha ha, you got us all. Very cool story here. If you read the forums here at all, there's this HEX update Vanity which came out a couple days ago on the 3rd would have been Friday. And they're just talking about they wanted to give one of their artists a shout out, and they wanted them to tell his story. So if you haven't read this story, I highly suggest you do. And they're showing some of this guy's art, and his name is Bruno Biazotto. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He's from Brazil, but his first name is Bruno. Obviously, I can read that part. And he's been doing some artwork for HEX for the past 4 months, and he goes through and he kind of tells his story, how he got started in wanting to design art and be an artist when he was younger, and he just loved comic books. And his parents kind of told him, he shouldn't probably follow that dream there, being where he was, and computers weren't real accessible. The internet, he calls it, a fantasy thing. So at 17, he quit actually drawing and kind of pursued a career in engineering, and basically was on to say that he just wasn't happy at all being an engineer, and kind of started taking up the drawing aspect again, because that's just what he was passionate about. And finally, he saved up some money, was able to attend some design courses. And then he began, I think it was at the end of 2013, he started his first job as an artist with a small mobile game company there in Brazil, and he improved his work. He constantly studied and learned new things about, drawing. I don't know what all goes into it, but he worked, all the time. Whenever he wasn't actually working, he was studying one way or the other. And he ended up, ended up opening his own small studio called Engine Inc. in November 2014. Then he started painting for different publishing houses in Brazil. He continued his studies between the jobs. He never really gave up, and at the end of the year, he had a really good profile. And then, through the help of some friends and family, in December of 2014, he was introduced to the HEX world, and has been doing art for the cards ever since there. And he said he's truly happy. He's living his childhood dream, so it's a very inspiring story. And he sounds like he's doing a lot of art for Armies of Myth, and they'll begin to work on set 4 vanity cards shortly. For those of you who are still waiting, set 4. Look at that, already mentioning set 4, and set 3 is not even out yet. But we can mention set 12 and set 13. It's kind of irrelevant. We know what's going to happen, but so yeah, it's a really cool story. I'll link it in the description down below so you guys can check it out and read it for yourself. It's not terribly long read. Other than that, we have Feast of Abundance ended today. Hopefully everybody was able to log in, get some sleeves, get some alternate art cards. That ended this morning, 10 a.m. Pacific. That would be noon Central. figure out your own time zone. Not that it matters, it's already over with anyway. Then we have some auction house data that's been posted by HEX Primal. You can check that out there. And it looks like HEX is looking for some streamers. So we're looking for a few passionate, entertaining streamers to help us promote HEX and create content. If you have an idea for a show or would like to pitch us, please email Fento, I don't know how his name, Fento at hextcg.com with the subject of Twitch streaming. So if any of you guys out there are really entertaining, passionate streamers, and when they say the word passionate, I wonder what they mean by that. Do they mean like, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday? Some of it's hard to do that. In fact, it would be almost impossible for me to do that unless I quit my daytime job. And then I would have to move and, live out in the streets in a cardboard box and get rid of all my computers, and then I wouldn't be able to make content at all. So I wonder what they mean by, passionate. They don't use the word dedicated, so maybe they're not looking for, a huge block of time throughout the week. I don't know. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to email them and maybe pitch them your idea. I don't know, maybe they'll email me about HEX Update Saturday of creating content. I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to do that. So that is the news in HEX this week. So let's go ahead and let me crack open the pack, see what we're going to be giving away. I'll get the cards again emailed out at the end of the show here, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the card giveaway. I don't know. I've been kind of looking at audience retention for HEX Update Saturday, and it's kind of low. There's only like 2 minutes watched. I'm guessing I know what 2 minutes is actually being watched, which is fine. If you don't want to listen to the news because you already know it, that's cool. I don't mind that at all. This is what basically the 90% probably come here to watch is the pack opening. So let's crack it open. Rare or legendary? What do you think? Rare or legendary? I haven't got a legendary in a while. Bam! Legendary it is. So that'll be exciting for those who do watch. Alright, so let's go over our commons first. We have Strength of the Redwood, Verdict of the Ancient Kings, Evacuation Hulk, or Excavation Hulk, not Evacuation, Rotting Buffalo, Juni Mirthkin, Ebony Pawn, Molten Slagard, Surly Mir Magi, Manti Ranger, Light of Hope, and Duskwing Outrider. That rounds out our commons. Now for our uncommons, we have Spirit Hound, we have Shard of Retribution, and we have Mimobot. Mimibot? I'm going to call him Mimobot. Anyway, and what is our legendary going to be? Is it going to be something fantastic that everybody wants? Grant the Infinite. This is actually a pretty cool card. 6 cost, 2 blood threshold. Troop Goblin, he is unique, so only one on the field at a time. He's a 5/5, and his card text is, at the start of your turn, each other troop gets -1/-1. When another troop dies, Grant the Infinite gets +1/+1. So each other troop, that's going to include your troops. You gotta remember that. So yeah, that is the legendary for this week, and that is this week's pack opening for the 6th of April 2015. So let me know your top 5 picks. You want to let me know something else other than your top 5 picks? Be sure to leave a comment down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, as always, if you want to see more of these, you got to click that subscribe button down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.